Hello.
Hello?
What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a good night or day. So far, I am joined with.
Me.
Yes, it is movie night Friday, and I thought that, hopefully that we could end the week off with a bang. But unfortunately, we did take a loss. So yeah, super weird price action. I'm not gonna lie. Um, it kind of did suck because we are kind of chopping up all day. But there was some moves within this range here that we could we were kind of able to find on the lower time frame, but on the 4 hour time frame, as you guys can see, we're still we're still reacting from that 4 hour gap from the past 2 3 days now from this week. The 1 hour time frame, we had a couple highs and we had a couple lows in terms of draws. I was more favorable to the downside just because we did take out previous highs, and we displaced back down again. But um, yeah, so we had a couple highs up here. We had these hourly lows down here, as well as these hourly lows down here, and these hourly lows down here. Um, and on the 15-minute time frame, we had an unmitigated um, 15-minute up here, but with price action, we actually tapped into um, this 5 minute bearish valley gap that was made on the move down, and we actually displaced away from it. Um, so pretty much, what I was looking for was a tap back into this fair value gap, taking out these highs, and then a reversal. So market open, we displaced up. Ideally, I wanted to tap into this, sweep out these highs, and then we still hold this condition, which in this case is our 5 minute. It just means that we actually use that to rebalance once again and have a liquidity sweep, and we come back down lower. Or I was happy with price not having enough momentum to actually jump on, or to actually come back to the Fair Valley Gap. But on the way up, we actually create a bullish condition, and we can look to see if we can go long from this position to take out these highs as a draw, or we actually inverse the 5 minute bullish condition, treat it as an inversion, and then look to continue down low all the way down to these lows here. So that was the two kind of ideas that came to mind. And as you guys can see, we actually take out previous session pre-market lows, so these lows and these lows, and we get a huge reaction. But price pretty much inverse this bullish reaction, showing me that, hey, we're probably isn't enough to um, it probably isn't enough to continue up higher. And with that, we actually inverse it. So what I was waiting for was a tap back into this inverse, which is what we had here. Quite a small inverse, but again, um, it was valid. It was valid. And once we got that tap into the inverse, I pretty much went into the 1 minute time frame and was looking for an invalidation of bullish structure, which in this case we had um, we actually had an inverse at this first presented 1 minute fair value gap leg, which is over here, and we pretty much inversed that with a nice displacement. So it kind of looked like that we were going to continue all the way down to break even, which was this level here, and hopefully actually push away from it. But yeah, once we got that tap into that 5-minute inversion, we get that inverse, which is over here. First, I got a horrible fill, which I actually got filled here. So one of those days where liquidity was quite high and it kind of extended my stops. But that was completely fine. We still had our stops here. And again, this level wasn't taken out when we did get into, so there was a chance for us to go break even. So I wasn't too happy with the fill, but again, we still had a chance for our trade to play out just because our break even level wasn't hit yet. And yeah, pretty much just got stopped out, pretty much got demolished straight away. Yeah, just choppy price action. You know, we get our confirmation, we get our condition, which in our case was that 5-minute inverse. As you know, it was our bullish condition trying to make its way up to take us some highs, and we just get invalidated straight away. And we treat it as a space for resistance, and which we get that reaction. We get our bearish confirmation with a close below this 1-minute inversion, which was the highest time frame at the time inverse that we had, and pretty much it entered. Stops were above these highs here, which was the retap back into that 5-minute inverse, and targeting these draws, which was down here. So as you guys can see, price kind of made its way down to our break-even level. So eventually it did make our way down to our break-even level, but unfortunately it just wasn't within that leg that we actually entered on. So what ended up happening was that we took out these highs, took out these lows, and now price is kind of doing its thing, is chopping up really, really bad. But yeah, I mean, that kind of wraps it up for today's video. Yeah, with that horrible fill, you know, our stops did get affected quite a bit. We lost quite a bit more than what we were supposed to kind of take, which is, you know, it's all part of the game. But yeah, I mean, we live, we learn. Move on to the next one, right?
Yes, of course.
Move on to the next one. Yeah, God bless you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Another week next week, so we see how we go next week. And we are on the road to make it, right?
Yes.
We're on the road to make it, lads. We're on the road to make it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.